Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Got a fun numbers related trick for you today. It's called Digitize, and I hope you like it. I've got a pen and some paper here, as well as a calculator. So what you would want is you'd want to have your spectator pull out their phone and open up their calculator, because they're going to be doing some calculations on their calculator. So what you can do is the magician can turn his back or even go in a different room and just give directions from a different room. The point being, I'm not seeing what the spectator would be doing on their calculator. Now, since there's not a spectator here, I'm gonna do the numbers and everything myself for this trick, but usually I would not see what the spectator is actually doing. So the first thing I would have them do is to just punch in any number, any digit from 1 to 9. Let's say they go with 3. Then I'd have them hit multiply and then punch in another single digit, 1 through 9. Let's say they go with 4 this time. And then multiply again by another single digit, maybe 8. And I'd have them keep doing this, maybe times 2, times 9, times 9 again. I'd have them keep doing this as many times as they want. They can do this 8, 10, 12, 15 times if they want. Just keep multiplying by a digit, a single digit. So I'll do this a number of times here. Again, I would not know what the spectator's actually doing on their phone. And once they've done it, several times, 10, 12, 15 times, have them hit the equal sign, and they'll end up with a very large number, a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 digit number maybe. And again, I can't see what they're doing. I'm turned around or I'm elsewhere. What I would have them do is a couple of different things. First, I would have them look at this total and just mentally select any digit, any of the numbers that's in this total here. So I'm going to take a look at it. Let's say they go with this 7 at the end, the next to last digit, the 7. They're going to remember that number and preferably write it down so they don't forget it. So they'll write down any digit that's in this number here. And they'll hide it so I can't see it. The next thing I would have them do is to write down all of the other digits that are in this number. Not the number that not the digit they're remembering, but just write down every other number that's in the total here. So they might write down, what do we got here? We got a 3, a couple of zeros, so we'll write down a couple of zeros. And as you can see, you don't have to write the numbers all in one line. You can just write them all over a piece of paper, any way you want to. There's a 9, so they would write down 9. What else we got? We got an 8, a 7, a 1, an 8. They would not write down the 7 because they're remembering that 7. That's the number they secretly wrote down, so they'd skip that. And then we've got a 2 at the end here. So then at that point, they can put the phone away. They would put this piece of paper right in front of me. Again, they're hiding the number that they wrote down, that they're remembering. And then at this point, I would turn back around. I would come back in from the other room. All I would see is this. I would not see their calculator. I would not know what number they're thinking of. All I would have in front of me is this seemingly random paper with a bunch of random meaningless numbers on it. However, and this trick would be better if I actually had a spectator here and was actually, doing it. But the point of this trick is that I could look at this piece of paper here, and after just a couple of seconds, by looking at this piece of paper, I would know what the missing digit is that they're thinking of. Now, obviously, I already know what it is because I wrote it down just now, but in a real world situation, just by looking at this piece of paper, I could state out loud that the number that they're merely thinking of, if they didn't write it down, was 7. And sure enough, they'd open up the piece of paper or whatever, and they'd show the 7, they'd show the exact number that I just stated out loud. So again, this is a trick that would be better if I was actually performing it for somebody, but that is the gist of the trick. It would look the exact same if I was doing it with somebody. I did not punch in, certain numbers or anything like that. This trick would work just as I just presented it. All I would have in front of me, after all of their random calculations, is a piece of paper that looks something like this. And after just a moment, I could tell what number they are thinking of that they wrote down. So a pretty cool kind of mathematical trick. If you wanted to learn this one, let me know, and I'd be happy to do an instructional video for it. The secret is pretty simple, but obviously if you don't know it, it's kind of an interesting effect. So it's called Digitize, and that is the video for today, guys. Thanks for checking out my channel, and I hope to see all of you soon. Thanks.